What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We've got our first game from the tournament that we just played this past Saturday. This was a case tournament. I think there was 44 entries, if I'm not mistaken, and honestly, some really good matches. These were the first matches that I had of playing over the board with the smoker deck, which was a lot of fun. And I just put down my custom little smoker leader right there. Feels good, man. But yeah, we're just getting all set up, you know, putting the life down. I'm gonna keep my first hand, not mulligan, which is pretty interesting. For me, I feel as though getting some cards in black decides whether you're gonna be able to even play the game or not. So if I'm not mulliganing, that means that I am feeling pretty good about my hand right now. And my opponent, I believe, chose to go. He either chose to go first or I won the dice roll and I said I was going second. I can't remember. But yeah, he puts down New Kama land on first turn. And this is the draw engine of Emporio Ivankov. You know, he puts down New Kama land and can just trash cards that aren't necessary for the moment and get some new cards out. I'll put down Sengoku. I put this card down just in case he happened to have, you know, like a 4-cost blocker or something that was just a little inconvenient for me. And yeah, he's going to trash a 9-cost Mihawk there. So that gives me some information that makes me feel as though he's probably just got a really top-heavy hand. And especially when he just slaps 3 Dawn underneath his leader and swings for 8. So I feel as though I can definitely take my time here. I'm just going to swing for 5. And I don't really have to be that aggressive. I'll just put down Kuzan, draw a card. It's the perfect turn 2. Feels great playing as smoker to just get the Kuzan or Borsellino down on turn 2. And yeah, if I saw correctly in my hand though, it looks as though we have 2 Sakazukis right now. Couple of counters as well as a Hina and Isuka, just in case we need to get some, you know, some power on the board. But he's going to swing for 6 at life here. And still has 4 Dawn up. I'll take the life, though. Go down to 3. Draw an Impact Wave. Unfortunately, he didn't have anything on the board for that Impact Wave to be really, really useful. But it'll still come in handy. It's an amazing card no matter what. But 6 Dawn active, turn 3 now. He put down... You can see the glares hitting it a little bit, but he put down the 4-cost Mr. 3... which is the blocker that I believe if you, at the end of your turn, if you trash a card, you can set the card as active again. So it lets a card be aggressive, but also simultaneously, you know, defending your life. It's pretty nice. And I'm going to go 5 at life and bring it down to 0 here. Trying to, whenever I do this, it's usually to try and bait a response, see if he'll, you know, see if my opponent will, you know, maybe not protect it and use the blocker, knowing that I have the potential of KOing it. But I'll swing with 5 with leader and put down Borsellino. He will take that life, so we're both at 3 now. But he was smart enough. He countered out and kept it alive. So good call on his part. But this is the turn that Emporio Ivankov gets a little scary. You know, gets a little scary. This is when, you know, he's got enough Dawn to start putting down that 7-drop, which then turns into a 6-drop Luffy. And yeah, I just got to think about it. But I'm going to counter out of that swing against Kuzan. And here it is. The Ivankov into the Luffy. And I don't think he uses the on play, but he will swing for 5. And I'll just block with Borsellino. And he'll just pass turn there. Yeah, Borsellino is the man, the myth, the legend, holding down the defense for the smoker deck. Absolutely incredible. But he does trash that card and reactivate Mr. 3 there. So I don't have a target here, just the ability to swing at life. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm feeling pretty good. I would definitely like to take care of that Luffy card though, because Luffy is just not good for my bottom line, that's for sure. So I'm going to swing for 5 at life, bring Luffy down to 2 here. And he's going to counter out of that life swing, bringing him down to 4 cards in hand. but I think I might do another 5, and I'm really hoping that he just gets rid of the blocker here. That would feel very good for me. If he gets rid of the blocker, then I can blow up the Luffy, because we did see I have the Sakazuki in hand. That's what we're saving Dawn for, and he does choose to get rid of the blocker, so it makes me feel less worried about multiple swings next turn on either my leader or Kuzan. So I'm choosing which card I'm going to trash, and I'm thinking about potentially doing one of the Sakazukis, because I still have 2 left in hand right now. But I'm going to go with Isuka here. But I kind of want to save the Sakazuki just in case. What's the chance he plays another 7-drop Ivankov? What's the chance he, potentially puts down... I believe he's at 9 Dawn now, so he could put down like 9-drop Mihawk. So I just want to have some form of removal. But there it is, 7-drop Ivankov yet again into another 6-drop Luffy. It's going to leave him with 2 Dawn active, and he still has leader swing, but he also has Ivankov swing. And now this was a bit of an interesting choice. He went with my 2 Dawn active, he went for 8, and I just brought it up with Impact Wave. And then he went for 6. And I think that he went for 6 at the Kuzan character, if I'm not mistaken. But this might have been a moment where he went for life. I'm not sure. But I'm just trying to decide whether, is this something I should be countering out of, or should I really even be that worried? However, yeah, he's still got... Or no, excuse me, he doesn't have the 2 Dawn active. He already spent them. Yeah, so I counter out of that, and then he passes turn. So, gonna see what the idea is. Yeah, that's what I was just telling him. I was like, do you have all that Dawn active? I was like, no, you just played the Ivankov. Like, what, am I crazy? But, yeah. I've got a couple of good choices in hand right now. Obviously, the Sakazuki is an amazing choice, but I'm really... Yeah, he's got 2 cards in hand, so I'm really like, okay, what's the odds? I'll swing 7 for 7, and he will counter out of it. I was trying not to waste Dawn if I don't need to. That way I could potentially get as many swings as possible at life, but definitely want to take care of one of the Ivankovs, because I know that I'm going to blow up the Luffy. So I'm going to bring Luffy down to 5 cost with leader ability, and then swing at Ivankov for 7 again. He lets it go. And now that we've just used 2 Dawn, I'll set 2 aside and probably drop Sakazuki. I mean, if I'm... Call me crazy, I might be wrong. Oh no, okay, we'll swing with Kuzan first. Bring Ivankov down to 3. Beautiful. And he takes that life, going down to 2. And yeah, I'm gonna swing for 5 at life here. Okay, he will counter out of that. I mean, and it's smart on his part. Ivankov needs to counter out of these, because realistically, he just plays 1 card next turn and then draws 2, or he uses new Kama land, and there you go. That's the engine. You just draw, counter out of attacks, draw more, trash more. It's definitely a tough deck to deal with. But right now we can see in hand he's got 9-drop Mihawk as well as Doflamingo, and not really much of an option with the board that I have at the moment. 2 Sakazukis on board, Borsalino, Kuzan. I mean, 4 swings already right there for next turn. But he does have 7-drop, 7-drop Ivankov already on board. So he'll probably be able to take care of at least my blocker, if not my Kuzan, if I just want to let that go. I would imagine I'd probably just let the Borsalino go at this stage, save the Kuzan, but I can't exactly see what's in my hand, but oh yeah, I add the Sakazuki back to hand and then realize, oh yeah, that's not the 7-drop Doflamingo, so I'll put that at the bottom of the deck. Sorry about that. He swings for 7 at Kuzan, and now I will block with Borsalino, but bring Borsalino to 8. Hoping that he wouldn't swing again, or not that he wouldn't swing again, that he wouldn't attach the Dawn. I was thinking maybe he was saving that for some form of event, because he hadn't played any card yet to align the top of his deck potentially how he would want to. So I was thinking, okay, maybe he has Desert Spada, but yeah, he lets that go through. And yeah, I'm in a pretty commanding position right now, but I'll do 5 at life here and bring Ivankov down to 5 using Sengoku's ability. He will counter out of that. And I think that I make a bit of a misplay here. Not that it's a huge deal. I do have another Borsellino in hand at this moment, but I think I probably could have swung with something different first. I was thinking that I had, you know, the opportunity to go lethal, and I wanted to try and do the math as best as possible, and I choose to go 6. I'm not entirely sure what my train of thought was here. I guess I could have went 7, 8, and then 10, I think, is what I could have done. But realistically, I was just trying to bait out, like, hopefully the fact that he didn't have a 2K and kind of be a little greedy. It wasn't a terrible play, but it just definitely wasn't, I don't know, wasn't smart, wasn't optimal. But we put down the other Borsellino, 3 Dawn active, probably just baiting the impact wave here. And, you know, if he swings at life for some reason, I can obviously draw into an impact wave, which would be really nice, and still have the Dawn to be able to use it. But he's definitely got to do some board clear. There's just too much power on the board at the moment. But he is going to swing for 12 at Borsellino. And, yeah, I'm just going to have to let that go. That's dead. No shot of coming back. And then he's gonna swing a very heavy Ivankov at Sakazuki, and yeah, I'm just gonna block with Borsellino here because we've got the win next turn. And he passes. He's got 2 cards in hand, and they happen to both be 2K counters. So, I mean, realistically, if I mess up my Dawn assignment, he could technically get away with it, but I'll just go 10 here. Or no, was it a 10? It might have been 11. Either way, I think it was 11, yeah, because I was like, okay, what's the chance that he potentially has, like, overheat or something? That would have been weird, but I said, you know what, I'll just play into it, just to see. But good game, and we take the first match dub against the Ivankov. I feel like this is a matchup that, as far as the Smoker deck is concerned, it feels very good against. But sometimes, it's hard if you don't have the removal for getting rid of 7-drop Ivankov. But good game nonetheless, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.